upcoming videos on this journey as we go. I'm so excited. I can't hardly speak. I'm really large. Our room is something like 9 by 5-ish, 9 by 5. That's the largest room on Amtrak, by the way. So I'm going to look for like a 6-foot extension cord. I've never been in a family bedroom. I don't know where the outlets are going to be located. Hi, I'm Jason Sterling, and this is it. This is really it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that it is finally here. Almost finally here. We're about a week away from the big land cruise with my son, our trip on Amtrak from Denver to San Francisco. And we've done something like this before. We've done kind of an overnight train from where we live in Oklahoma, in Norman, to Chicago. And we wanted to do that again, and it is finally here. I booked this, several months ago. I thought I had plenty of time, all the time in the world. Obviously, I don't have all the time in the world because it is finally here. Now, one of the big things I still need to do this weekend is a little light shopping. Being that we're going to travel by both plane and train, I need to go pick up a few snacks. That's my tip. That's going to be a tip right there. There's a few tips in this. One, get some snacks. Get them for both the plane and the train. The train mostly because, it is expensive to buy things on the train at the cafe. And in your room, outside of the typical dining times on the train, if you want to snack in your room, there's not really any options. So I'd get a few snacks for the room. Also, you can take your own alcohol with you on the train. Now, I don't necessarily think I'll be doing a lot of that, simply because I don't drink a lot. But I will say this, there's a big Target in downtown Denver where I'm going to do some shopping for the train. If they've got little baby bottles of Moscato, I might have to grab a few of those. We'll see. But it's not high on my list. Now, for the plane, snacks are part of that in this day and age. Our flight's not very long, but you just can't count on the airlines actually taking off when you leave the terminal, or actually going directly to the terminal when you land. I mean, more and more you hear these stories of hours on the tarmac, and snacks do help. If you're stuck on that plane for a little while, having something to eat. In addition, I'll buy something to drink in the airport itself to take with me. Having those two things will help keep you a little calmer, give you something to do. Makes your body feel better. Stress eating is a thing. If you're stressed out on the plane, I'm going to say okay in this case. Do a little stress eating. I'm going to try to take some healthy stuff with us, but probably a little bit of junk in there as well. The other thing that is a big must, both for planes and trains, is some entertainment. Now, granted, on the train, there's a lot of stuff to see out the window. That's why you're on the train. You want to see the scenery going by. You want the novelty of traveling and seeing the world from that vantage point. And as I've said, my son and I have done this sort of overnight journey before, and that is a lot of what you do, is just watch the world go by, and it's a lot of fun. But, there's times when it's dark. There's times when you're passing the same stretch of farmland or something like that you've seen for the last 10 minutes. You want something else to do. We're going to pick out a couple of movies, probably a book or two, and small games, like card-type games, things like that. Things that don't have a lot of pieces. That's a big tip. That can get shook around. The train is not this super smooth journey. There are some bumps along the track. So if you've got like something with a ton of pieces, like, I don't know, Monopoly or something, oh boy. Good luck. Good luck having all those pieces when you get off that you had when you got on. So that's something we're going to look at doing. Also, now this is a big one with entertainment. I have to remember this is actually on my list. An extension cord. I'm going to try to find just like a 6-foot extension cord. The rooms on Amtrak are not large. Our room is something like 9 by 5-ish, 9 by 5. That's the largest room on Amtrak, by the way. So I'm going to look for like a 6-foot extension cord. I've never been in a family bedroom. I don't know where the outlets are going to be located or how convenient they'll be. So we'll go ahead and we will take a 6-foot extension cord with us. Small, easy to carry, and then we won't be caught out. The other thing I don't like to get caught out without on a train or a plane, because believe me, again, if you're stuck on the tarmac, you're going to have a headache. is aspirin, Pepto-Bismol, Tums, stuff like that. Aspirin especially is a big one with me, and then something to settle your stomach. So maybe some Tums, maybe some Pepto-Bismol. Quick disclaimer here. A lot of people know this. If you're a parent, don't give your kids Pepto-Bismol. I am taking my son. He's 14 years old. I don't give him Pepto-Bismol or aspirins. I'll take something else for him. Aspirin is very dangerous for anyone under 18 for sure. I'd probably say even like 22, why would you want to risk it? Serious complications. I forget the name of the syndrome here, but I'll post it off to the side. My nephew actually had this, was in the hospital for a very long time, shut his liver down, shut his kidneys down, and it was from Pepto-Bismol and aspirins. It's Rise syndrome. It's Rise syndrome is what it's called. So, yes. Let me throw that in real quick. When I say Pepto-Bismol and aspirin, I mean for myself. Not for my son. I'll get something else for him, should it be needed. So, but I will take those along as well. The other thing I'm going to do is double check our transportation options. Getting to and from the airport are our big transportation issues. A lot of the time we'll walk everywhere else, or we'll catch a quick Uber. But lucky for us, from the Denver airport to downtown Denver, there is a rail option, a mass transit option, goes directly from the airport to Union Station in downtown Denver. That's where we're headed. So that's what we need. That's locked down. Same thing with San Francisco. The BART system in San Francisco runs from downtown San Francisco all the way across the bay, down the bay to Oakland Airport. So that's also the option we can use there when it's time to fly home. Now, Amtrak will get us to downtown San Francisco. Now, when we get there, hopefully it's going to be easy. My goal coming up, we're going to have a little packing video as well, and we're going to have a video about what we're going to do in each spot, a sort of pre-video. But my goal is backpacking it. We're going to see how that works out when I'm trying to pack. What kind of tips and solutions I can come up with for packing. We're going to do pretty light packing. Going to try to go just a jeans and t-shirt route. Not a lot of dressing up on this particular journey, this particular cruise, this land cruise. But we're going to try that and see how it goes. I would love to be able to easily get from the plane to the train on the subway, stuff like that, not dragging a lot of luggage with me. That's a big if. I don't know. We're going to try. We're going to see what we can do. And the big if there with packing. We'll go over this as we pack this weekend on video. We have some pretty bipolar weather between Denver and San Francisco. In Denver, we're probably going to have late 80s, high 80s, maybe even 90 as a high. And in San Francisco, we're probably going to have 70 as a high. So the type of clothing we need for each location is going to be wildly different. We're going to be layering. We're going to be doing some layering, maybe take a jacket. We'll see. But again, that adds to our packing. So my goal of maybe backpacking this trip with a small carry-on that fits under my seat, I typically carry with me on the plane, and then maybe my son and I each having a backpack. Don't know. We're going to try it. We're also, like I said, we're going to look at touring. I think touring's pretty much locked down. Half and half with me on this one. We'll take a look at this in more depth coming up, but half and half. Half of it I've kind of planned out. I've got reservations. I've got things in place. The other half, I'm going to just kind of play it by ear. Where are we going to eat? What are we going to see? Who knows? Maybe we'll just see something along the way and drop in and do that instead of what I've got planned. There's no telling. But I hope that you'll be here to see that. Please hit like, subscribe, and notify to see us on this upcoming videos, on this journey as we go. I'm so excited. I can't hardly speak. I really am excited for this. I hope you'll be here to join us. We haven't done a train trip like this in a number of years, like an overnight train trip. We went to Fort Worth on the train actually just last fall, but an overnight train trip is something special. It's something really unique. It's a great novel way of travel, and it is actually part of the vacation. It's not to get you to your vacation. It's not just transportation to where you're going that you can't wait to get off. This is part of the vacation. This is part of the travel. This is our land cruise. I hope you'll be here to join us for it. And in the meantime, thanks for watching.